We are back for another 3D drawing. This one is going to be a bucket. So we start with a foreshortened circle, an oval, and we come straight down. It could be a little bit of an angle, and then however curved that is, you want to curve that the same. It's going to be on a stool. So here's another oval foreshortened circle. And yes, it looks like a top hat. So this drawing is a 2-for-1. But this is a stool, so it has some thickness to it. And here are the legs of the stool. Stools are in this one. This is like the one I have in my classroom. Stools are one of my most favorite pieces of furniture. We have 2 in our house, and we use those stools for so many things. Table, sitting, standing up to get something out of the cabinets. Ours are particularly cool because they're old. My wife got them from her dad, who got them from a World War II aircraft carrier, and they're heavy-duty wood. They're just amazingly strong. And if the house caught fire, I think that might be my favorite piece of furniture. They're just so versatile. All right, so there's our, well, let's finish the bucket part. So here's going to be the handle. I'm drawing this side a little darker because it's got some thickness. Here's the handle. It's going to go up and around. And this would probably cast a little bit of a shadow. The bucket has liquid in it, so normally we follow that line, but for the liquid we're going to follow this line. And we know for wet things you want to leave some areas light. Liquid reflects light very easily. Let's put some form shadow on this. Hopefully by this time you're really developing your own style for how you make shading, whether it's squiggly lines or cross hatching or a combination of the two. And this is a form shadow that will cast a shadow. And this stool will have some shadows. The side of the legs will be in shadow. And a little bit of a cast shadow off the legs. I'm not trying to necessarily create a cast shadow of the whole object. Sometimes that might happen, but oftentimes, depending on the light, the cast shadow gets sort of blurred out. But just an indicator does help ground our object. So put some action in here. So this bucket has a hole in it. Which would be very frustrating. It's making a splash here on the ground. ripples. And it's going to make a rather large puddle. You can play around with this puddle to emphasize the water. Let's have this reflect in the water. Doing a twisty thing. I don't want this to be solid. I want it to look like it could be water. I'm going to take my blending stump. You can use your finger. Smooth things out a little bit. And the last thing I want to do is put a horizon line. So we've been kind of playing around with horizon lines. They can be at an angle, they can be straight, or in this case, indicating a corner of a room. So you got hole in the bucket. A little shading on this side. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. God bless.